Yo guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a Solar 3.0 Hunter build utilizing the Assassin's Cal exotic helmet. Alright, to kick things off, let's go over the aspects and abilities, everything that we're going to be utilizing in this build to optimize the ability, to optimize everything basically. Alright, so for our super, we are going to be using Blade Barrage. For our dodge, we're going to use Gambler's Dodge. We're using triple jump. The knife we're going to be using is knife trick. We're going to be using knock him down, mainly for the fully refund of the knife when you get a kill with it. And you also get more projectiles with Blade Barrage while using this. We're going to use on your mark. We're not going to be fully using this all the time for our gun because this build is mainly knife spam. But on your mark is very nice. You get that really quick reload. So, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Now, for the fragments, a lot of the fragments we're using simply because it adds, like, plus 10 discipline, plus 10 recovery, plus 10 resilience. All right, we will start this off with our weapons of choice for the build. We're going to be using the Wither Horde Callus Mini Tool. And this is the roll I have crafted. Extended barrel, tac mag, threat detector, incandescent. We're using minor spec. And we're using the Cataclysmic. This doesn't benefit from Scorch or anything. It's just Wither Horde and the bait and switch perk on the Cataclysmic work very well together. And it's just a very good linear. We're using Assassin's Cal. If you don't know what this does, basically powered melee final blows will grant invisibility and restore a portion of health and shields. Finishers and final blows against more powerful targets increase the duration of the invisibility and the amount of health and shields restored. On this build, we're going to be rocking 100 mobility, 100 resilience, so we're going to be rocking a plus 10 resilience. Hands-on, this is a very good perk for this build. Gain bonus super energy on melee kills. If you want to get rid of Phantom Light, you can, and rock 2 of these, or you can get rid of the resilience mod if you can afford it, and rock 2 of them, but 2 hands-on, you will get your super back really quick. You just spam Blade Barrages. Now on our arms, we're going to be rocking the Void Affinity burn on it, plus 10 resilience. The submachine gun reloader is an optional mod. If you didn't want to run this, you could run a bolstering detonation, but since we're using a healing nade, we can't actually cause damage with our grenade, so we wouldn't gain anything from this. So we are going to use focusing strike in our third slot here. If you want to, you can run 2 of these. Just fucking spam your invis. Like I said, you will want your invis handy at all times. We have a rocking submachine gun reloader for our Callus Mini Tool, and then focusing strike just to make sure we have our dodge available at all times. And we're going to be using elemental armaments, combatant weapon final blows with a damage save that matches your subclass. Element have an escalating chance to spawn elemental well. It's like every 2 to 3 kills you'll get a well that will be able to proc Font of Might. On our chest piece, we are using another plus 10 resilience. We're using double energy diffusion. But assuming we're not using a seasonal mod, I would rock more than likely probably a concussion dampener and then whatever burn resistance is available. But as of right now with Season 19, we're going to use 2 energy diffusions. We're also going to be using melee well maker, so every time we get a knife kill, we're going to get a elemental well. On our boots, this is strictly for my build. This can be completely different for everyone, but we're using resilience mod, and then we're going to be running double invigoration, which reduces the melee cooldown when you pick up an orb. We don't necessarily need this that much, but it comes in handy if we do need to get our knife back and we don't have our dodge for some reason. And we're using powerful friends just to get that mobility boost. On our hunter cloak, we are using a plus 10 resilience mod, double bomber. Reduces grenade cooldown while using your class ability, so every time we get a knife kill, let's say we use our healing grenade and we're just getting a ton of knife kills, we're going to be getting a ton of energy back every time we get a knife kill. Well of Ordnance, every time you pick up a solar well, you get extra grenade energy, so basically you're just making sure we have our healing nade up at all times as well. That's a very important part of this build, especially if you get into the higher tier content where the enemies are going to do a lot more damage. Alright, let's go into a last sector and I'll show you guys the build in action. Alright, let's see what we got. So you throw your knife, pick up that well. We got Radiant. Obviously you can't see the Font of Might boost, but we go Invis. which is going to be very nice for survivability. Let's take some damage. Oh, we're taking damage. Oh no. Oh no. We're losing health. Boom, you throw your knife. You're full health. You go invis. You can get a new angle, you know. But yeah, you can just pretty much just get a ton of knife kills. And obviously this is a lost sector, so the enemies are going to die from these knives. But you have Font of Might proc and Radiant all the time. I know this build does really well in the Spire of the Watcher dungeon. It does very well in that dungeon. So if you want to try it in a more intense activity, do it there. But I want to show you guys what I mean. Oh, see right there, we lost our knife. Even though we got a knife kill, we still lost it. But we do our dodge, and we get that knife back. And we can just, you know, just wait a couple seconds in between kills. You know, don't spam it. Because if we go too quick, even though we're getting kills like there, we just did it again, we will lose our knife. Because Bungie is a very good company. You know, just keep that knife spam. So we lost our knife again, even though we got it back. But like we have the mod, if we get a knife kill with anything, or just melee damage in general, we will get that dodge back. See, we almost one-shot those guys. We didn't have Font of Might proc, I don't think. We still got the knife kill because they ended up dying from the Scorch. Just keep those knife going. He'll probably die from the Scorch as well. Yep. Yeah. It's a very fun build. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you do enjoy the build, feel free to try it out for yourself. It's a very knife-heavy build. Have your healing aid up all times. It's pretty much just an ad clear build for infinite heals. That's why. That's also why our recovery is so low, just because the exotic heals you. But it's a very good build. If you want to go try it for yourself, just go ahead and copy all the things. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good one.